Just posted it
Let
in
the
the chat.
discoveries continue, sir. Find music. 612. Let's go where the zero goes.
And I am going to share. Here we go. So, this is hold on, just making sure. Okay. So this is The Given Ghost, the album Fluid Numina. This was recommended by my friend from Germany. Um, he recommended this album because he actually audio mastered the whole entire album as I spoke to him the other day by phone. So he told me he did all this and it's just so beautiful. Um, the way it's described, it's Fluid Numina emerged as the most genuine try at producing a sonic phenomenology of experience itself by way of contemplation, descriptive abstraction, and inner exploration. In its essence, the work is an attempt to convey through sound descriptions of being, or more specifically, the being of the individual self and its most imminent, imminent and yet obscure circumstance. Notions of the knowable and the unknowable, familiarity and strangeness, baseness and sacredness, self and other, cognition and sensation, the head and the heart, water and air, and the manifest now, and the unmanifest past, memory and present, pain and beauty. So here's one of the songs.
Now or a here. Were we to examine this truth afterwards, or stand at a distance from it, it would have no meaning at all, for that would do away with the immediacy which is its essence. We have therefore to enter the same point of time or of space, to show them to ourselves,
All right, so this album came out this year, 2025, 9 tracks, 39 minutes. And this whole album has a feel of ambient, a bit of drone, field recordings, and soundscape. Obviously, you could see as they're from Kansas. And my experience with it, not only had does it have a bit of that noise structure that I love, but it was very meditative at the same time because I had it on full blast in my room and it had a euphoric feel to it. I don't know what it is about this album, but it did to me. To any listener out there, you might see it maybe differently, but I mean, whatever noise level you have of this, but I personally really loved it because it does have qualities of both the beauty and the otherness of the unknown. So that's pretty cool what I took from it. So yeah, check out The Given Ghost, Bandcamp, Spotify, and YouTube. So the next one is Mock Art. I review these my friend's band on this. This is would be the third time. Gonna be a fourth too. La Bête Noir. I had to hear that from him just to make sure I got it right. This came out in 2025 this year. 16 tracks, 1 hour, and this whole album is experimental noise, avant-garde, minimalist noise, and has a remix to this. Hold on. Okay. So my friend his name is Riberius. Um, so Riberius shared with me here. He writes, or they write. Our mock art thrives on collaboration after inviting other artists to remix our album, views, and interpret it. We were fascinated by how radically different the results sounded, each remix standing confidently as a track in its own right. That experience sparked a new idea. What if several artists reworked the same track? We chose La Bête Noire. A piece of that has, over time, become something of a mock art classic and handed it over to a group of diverse collaborators. Once again, the transformations surprised and inspired us. And this is one of them. So, as you could see on track three, the Given Ghost also collaborated on this, which I just reviewed for you guys. Um, yeah, this whole album, I gotta say, it's brilliant and fantastic. And I'll say this, listening to each and every 16 tracks, if David Lynch were to be alive today, and if he were to revive Twin Peaks again for the fourth time, I promise you he would have picked Mock Art to score or to score just like one episode each with these kinds of songs because I know David Lynch would have appreciated what these guys are doing, and that's saying something. I
So
mm,
I know the residents do something like this where they have people redo their songs,
mhm.
but here they're having you remix their songs. So is there a place where they post the stems? How do you get the mix?
I'm pretty sure that I can remember they handed it down or they spoke to these underground musicians, and I'm assuming they all talked and said, "What if you guys do something of your own, interpreting what we did from the previous?" So I'm pretty sure they all thought like, maybe this could work if we do it this way or that way, and then
Oh,
um,
so they're specifically giving it. You can't just go in there and say, "Hey, I can make a remix." Like it's not like we are a collective. You could go get their stuff and you could remix it
oh
and then
no, no,
have your
no.
own album.
Yeah, no, I know with them they had to get the permission. I'm gonna assume that that is the case because with any artist, I mean they can't just go out and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and then not tell the artist. You have to always
Oh,
you always have to get permission just 'cause. But
okay.
yeah, this whole album is just I picture Twin Peaks in my head of how crazy and the eeriness and the crackling sounds get. Um, the beginning from beginning, middle to end, the ending was just home run, home run. So please check out Mock Art La Bête Noire on Spotify, Bandcamp, Spotify, and YouTube. The next one is Pharmakustik, which they also contributed on that album, La Bête Noire. This album is hold on, I don't want to mess it up. Hold on, let me see. Taxicos. Taxicos. Sorry. Want to get that right. I never want to mess up. Taxicos. This is just a single. This is just came out this year and it's one track, 23 minutes. It's just a single and it's experimental and they wrote it on the bottom nuclear ambient. And they're from Germany. So I'm gonna play you a little snippet here. All right. This reminds me of being in Russia, and it's the coldest winter of all, but then in some version in Russia, there's a nuclear weapon just, exploded, and um everybody got caught up in this, and you're playing this song while you're in while everything is happening, and you don't even know how to respond. Like, do you cry? Do you get scared and hide? Which way to hide? We don't know. There's just left, middle, right. We don't know. It's one of those things where you're trying to escape in the coldest of the winter, and you're barely trying to hold on with the coat, but it's just impossible. That's how this single track made me feel. I had to listen to it on headphones just to get the experience. I've done that with quite a few, so but
You know that those German tape effect movements that the band Can came out of?
yeah, yeah,
This sounds like it's in the tradition of those guys. Because before Can was Can, they made just kind of ambient noise
mhm,
and then they used tape effects and all that. It really
yeah.
feels like it's in that tradition,
All
which is
those tape
super cool.
all those tape effects were again influenced by the great William S. Burroughs. He passed it on, and Throbbing Gristle and all these other artists started doing it, like tape manipulation and loops. So, but yeah, check it out. Check out Pharmakustik on but this is only available on Bandcamp, unfortunately. So, yeah. And the next one is MOCKART again. The whispering, the wind is still whispering. This is a EP with two tracks. Came out 2023, and this is 8 minutes, and it's experimental noise, avant-garde, drone and field recording, and industrial. So here we go. I don't know if you guys heard the flute and then the guitar. He loves experimenting with guitar sounds and flutes. That's what I hear. Uh, yeah, this EP is quite something. It's very, very uh it hits home for me and for anybody that's into noise experimentation. That this is something good. Um, Again, I was writing something like I always do when I listen to noise, and whenever I write something, the sounds that it does to my neurons in my brain, it they start to flare up, and they start to create such amazing visuals for me in words. So I love this personally. So yeah, check them out on Bandcamp, Spotify, and YouTube. This is really, really good stuff. And last, Hunting Lodge. I'm going to take you guys back to 1983. The album's called Will, and 9 tracks, 49 minutes. And this is Power Electronics, Noise, and Industrial, and they are from Michigan. Um, I, what can I say? Yeah, this album is it um Yeah, there's a lot of well, when with this, there's a lot of feedback and field recording, adorned with disturbing medical images and entitled "Screw Machine" from regular customer Richard Scott. Um, yeah, to me, I'll share this with you then. So my interpretation of this is I found myself in the alternate version of the 80s, but everything is glitch. It's in glitch. And you're hearing this in the background where you're trapped and you don't know which building or house to hide in, and you're running while everything is in glitch. The people's faces are glitched, and you really, really cannot escape what this group has done with this album. And that is a good thing and not a bad thing because this is something that will really, really disturb you as you listen to it with the earphones. However much of a tolerance you have, that's fine, but this is something for you got to listen to it with earphones. A great experience. I've listened to them before and they're really, really great. And I hope they continue to do more, or if they have not, I think they ended it at that at best. But I hope they continue to do something in the future. And that is my pick of the day, and I'm done.
Wow. A lot to take in, but a lot of it was name your price. So I'm running to Bandcamp to check it out.
Right on,
Thank
right
you,
on.
Charlie.